Okay, so here we go. Hey, you guys. All right. So first things first is I want you guys to really and truly, either you can type it up in the chat or write it down on your paper. I want you guys to write down why you chose to start this business. Your genuine why you guys decided to do this. Okay? So that's going to be our main focal point. And then let me know, just kind of, you guys can do a brief summary, maybe just some highlight points or something like that. But I want to know your true why. Okay, new healthier lifestyle, weight. Okay, that was mine too. That was my main reason too. Because I started off, while you guys are writing that, I'll tell you guys a little bit about me, because I don't know some of you guys. So I am a double diamond leader. And then, so my main reason for starting this business is I was 204 pounds. I needed to lose the weight and I want it gone. That was the highest I've ever been in my entire life. And I was ready for it to be just washed away. So I started my first 90-day challenge. I was Brittany Cromwell's very first customer. And so my first 3 months, my first 90-day challenge, I lost 28 pounds. And then after that, the rest was history. I lost a total of 70 pounds with our products. And I was like, okay, something's, I need to be in this business. So my testimony itself was the reason why I started, but I got something so much greater from it. And then most of you guys do know my story. If you don't know my story, I promise you, I just posted it. You guys can go check that out. I'm not gonna boohoo you guys for my yellow. So you guys can go check that out. But okay, so here's the thing. So everybody's written down your why. Please let me know in the chat that you guys have your why written down, because it's super important. All right. So for the very same reason why you guys have a why, all right, is the same reason why you guys have team members. You want success and you want to help them get to success, because if you help them get to success, guess what? You're climbing. And then so that is another reason why you are now promoting, because you are helping others raise their checks. Meanwhile, you're raising your check as well. You are becoming a leader. Like, it's crazy to think about, but you really and truly are. So before you even have that amazing, Ruby title, you're helping your teammates do that as well as yourself. So we're going to focus on that, because there is no I in team. We hear over and over and over again. There is no I in team. So you have to help them grow their volume in order for you to grow yours. Okay, so we need a total of 2,000 in order to hit Ruby. Okay, if I freeze, let me know, because my internet has been super crazy and super weird. So let me know if that happens. I'm going to shut this off. Okay, there we go. I'm going to shut off the internet on my phone, and maybe that'll help. Everybody can see me and hear me, right? Like, I'm good, right? I just want to make sure. Okay. So, all right, awesome. Thank you. All right. So we're going to focus on being a leader. So everybody has done their 500 thermometers, right? Drop it in the comments. Let me know. Everybody has done that, right? So everybody has their own personal thermometer. I don't care how you did it, whether you did it on your tablet, on a piece of paper. I don't care if you scratched it. Okay. So, all right. So we have some no's. All right. That's fine. That's fine. So we're actually going to work on one tonight. Okay. So I want you guys to, your first piece of paper is going to be, and if you already have it, perfect. It's going to be your 500 volume thermometer, because in order to be a Ruby leader, guess what? You have to be the example. So if you have it, don't expect your team to have it if you don't. And I'm going to be real and raw with you guys, okay? I don't expect anything from my team if I'm not doing it myself. I have to be the example, and that's what you guys are learning to do too. So once you get your thermometers, I want you guys to hold them up in the camera, and I want you guys to set it 1, 2, 3, 4, and the top is 500. So make sure you guys have your thermometers. If you have it on your tablet, just tell me that you have it on your tablet, because I know that's where mine is. All right, there we go. Kristen's is up. There we go. Brooks, see yours. Awesome. See, I'm loving this. That's why I love videos on. Okay. Okay, everybody, turn on your videos. I want to see faces. I want to see smiling, beautiful faces. There she is. Goes my work life. I want to see some beautiful faces. There we go. They're popping up. There we go, Angel. All right, awesome. Perfect. Okay. So the first thing is, if you do not have your 500 thermometer, get that on, like, write it down and make sure you have plugged in all of your volume for this month. Okay, make sure that you are at 500 personally, not what you push down or anything. You want to make sure that you're at 500 personally. Okay, that's setting an example. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do is, I want you guys, exactly. So I want you guys to also, I want you guys to take out your next sheet of paper. Okay, so since you guys are going Ruby, I want to see 3 columns. Okay, I want to see 3 columns, and in those 3 columns, I want all 3 of your team members that are running with you to help you promote. I want them in the columns. So write their names down. So I'm just going to write random names. Okay. So here we go. I have my 3, and I have 3 columns. Okay, so you're filling the volume by yourself. Okay, well, guess what? You still have 3 people in order for you to achieve Ruby, and that's okay, because I had to do the same exact thing. I filled volume by myself. It's great when you have a team that you're training and you're helping them grow into success, but I had to do it myself too. Okay, that's fine. Still write down those 3 people, because they are part of your promotion. Okay, even if you're doing it by yourself, I get it. Believe me, I do, because I was there. I did it by myself. I got to Emerald by myself, so I know all about it. I did Ruby and Emerald by myself. Okay, so they're still there. You still need 3 people. They're still your qualified legs. There we go. Okay, there it is. I want to see those papers. There we go. Lights on. Yeah. All right. Awesome. Perfect. Loving it. Loving it. Loving it. Loving it. Perfect. All right. So here's the deal. So the next 3. So for the next, what, we have 4 days left. So for the next 4 days. Oh, hold on. Give me 1 second. My daughter just got home. Okay. Close the door. She has a friend over. Okay. So for the next 4 days we have left, 4 days, 3 days, 4 days, 4 days, right? Yeah, 4 days. We have left. All right. So here's the deal. So for each person, you're going to get with your team members. Okay. If they're working team members, what you're going to do is you are going to write down every single time that they enroll a customer. You need to be in close contact with them. Okay, you've got to be in close contact with them and say, hey, you know, I see that there's some volume that was enrolled, then I need your help. Okay, so I need you to tell me each time that you enroll a customer and how much BV it is. Well, guess what? Whenever you do that, you're going to get out this handy piece of paper and you're going to write it down. So let's say Stasia messaged me and she's like, okay, Nicole, guess what? I just enrolled a 50 BV order. Awesome. Thanks, Stasia. I appreciate that very much. This is going to help you from stalking your eSuite, because that is too time consuming. Do not stalk your eSuite. This is where you are stepping in and you're becoming a leader and you're staying communicated with your teammates. Okay, so next person is Latrice. Latrice messaged me. She said, okay, guess what? I got 120 BV. Fantastic. You're writing that down. Okay, so what you're also going to do is at the top of each person that you have, you are going to write down, okay? You're going to write down where they are currently at. So let's say Stasia only has 240 BV and she needs 500. Okay, so guess what? Right there, she has 240 and she needs 500. Well, dun dun dun, how much does she need left? Simple math, you guys. Use a calculator. But this is how you're going to be able to add it up. So let's say 240, and now, once you get 3 customers, then add that up. Don't do it every single time, but continue doing it that way. Okay, if you are not anywhere green, just like how I am not anything of green, this is going to be the most green thing that I'm going to actually recommend you guys doing. And I wish somebody would have taught this to me, because this made things so much easier. Okay, and then you're gonna be like, wow, Ruby was such a breeze. Okay, so that's gonna be the next thing that you guys need to do, is stay close in contact with them and be able to say, hey, I need to know every single time you enroll a customer. Or here's the deal, you're doing it by yourself, I get it. So you're going to do the same columns and you're going to write down the volume of what you put underneath each person. Or let's say you and a team member are teaming up to help them get to 500. Okay, you're going to say, hey, we're going to be in close contact. You're the last leg that needs 500. You're almost to 500. You don't want to say last leg, because then you're going to make them feel bad. You don't want that. So what you're going to say is, hey, you're this much away from 500. Let's work together. I just enrolled a 30 BV customer and I'm going to place them underneath you. Boom. Guess what? You guys are working together. This is what a team is supposed to be about. Don't ever lose communication during a promotion. The minute that you do that, your whole entire team is going to fall apart, and you do not want that. So if this is for you in your head and you know it, that this is your last person, let's say, Latrice already has 500, she's done, and Kristen already has 500, she's done. Stasia is my last leg. So you're going to reach out to her and you're going to say, hey, Stasia, oh my gosh, girl, you were almost at 500. What can we do together? I'll help you as much as I can. And then say, okay, I just enrolled a 30 BV. What potentials do you have? So you want to be open and honest with them. I know you might get frustrated and say, oh my gosh, like I'm enrolling all this volume and they're not doing anything. But here's the deal. You're still encouraging them. You're still helping them, and you're showing them that you have not lost hope in them. And that's really, really important, because they need to know that, because it makes some people feel like a failure. I hate to say those words, but a failure if they're not enrolling the customers the way you are. So you want to make sure that you guys are working together in this. Does that make sense? Hopefully that's very helpful in breaking things down a little bit. Awesome. Okay, cool. All right, so that's going to be the next thing that you guys are going to do. All right, so make sure you guys have those papers. If you have to tack it up on your dream board, tack it up on your dream board, and every time something happens, make sure you go straight to it. Or whatever, if you guys have a board and you guys have a calendar, if you guys are green, you do that, do it, okay? All right, so the next thing that I want to, of course, everybody should have already done, so this is simple and easy, credit card declines. Please let me know in the chat if you guys have already checked through all of your credit card declines. That's something simple. We should already know to do that. Okay, done. Perfect. Yep. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. If you have not, don't want to speak up, I get it. That's fine. Make sure you write that down on a separate sheet of paper on your to-do list, that this is a must. Okay. Whether you enroll them or your team members enroll them, always reach out no matter what. Okay, be the bigger person. So always do that and reach out, because you are a leader. Remember that. You are a leader. All right. So that's another thing that I want to remind you guys, the credit card declines. All right. So the next thing that I want you guys to, of course, if you have not done, and I'm taking Everybody's Gone Ruby, everybody has already customers that could possibly have perk points. Am I frozen? Did I freeze for a second?
Yes, you're frozen. Talk again. Nope, you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay.
We
Okay.
just couldn't see you.
Oh, okay, cool. As long as you guys can hear me, that's good. Okay. Internet's been crazy lately. Okay. So the next thing is your perk points. Okay. If you already have customers, that means that they have perk points. So the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to reach out to a simple message. Sounds so excited. Even if they have $5 or $8, make it sound like it's the biggest thing ever. So does everybody know how to check your perk points report? We're good on that. Okay, simple message. I'm talking super simple. Oh my God, you have $14 to spend. What products do you want? Done. You're not giving them the option of wanting to use it, you're telling them. If you guys have no percent red in you, this is going to be the most red that you're going to ever have. Is you are telling them exactly what they're going to do with that money. They're going to find something and we're going to buy something. Okay? Super simple message. Anybody need me to repeat it? Yeah, if they have perk points and you see on your perk points report that they have 14, 28, y'all, I have a customer just hit the year mark and she has $190. Okay, so you want to reach out, all right? So here's the deal. So you want to say, oh my God, or OMG, you have $14 in free money. What do you want to spend it on? Okay. Awesome. All right, so that's the next thing that you guys want to do. If you have not done it already, you're very welcome. If you have not done it already, make sure that is a priority tonight to do that. If they don't know, say, oh, awesome. So let's say they were just a TFX customer. You want to go to the next thing. So let's say they have TFX and they have, I don't know, $10 worth of perk points over the, the 3 months or whatever. Then you want to sit there and say, oh, awesome. You got the ThermoFight and we see that it works really well. Let's go ahead and pair it with our, and then just kind of go out of the blue and say maybe like a cleanse. Start higher and then go lower. Okay. If they sit there and say that they can't afford a cleanse or whatever, then you say, oh, awesome. That's okay. I have something else in mind. But you want, if they say, oh, I don't know, then, you want to start suggesting things. All right. Does that help? Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to go through and see if there was another question. Okay. Awesome. All right. So after that, all right, you reached out. See, I'm not a green person, so me going through a checklist is really weird. So, all right. Did that. All right. So as you're going through with perk points, customer retention is very important. If you see that somebody was a customer as you're going through your perk point reports and you have not reached out to that customer in a while, do it. Because they have been watching you, because obviously they're your customer. They have been watching you. So you never know if they're going to suggest, hey, can I get that skinny coffee that you're always drinking? Or, hey, I have that sweet tooth. Maybe those fat fighters might help me. So you never know what they're going to say. So if it is a customer that you have not talked to in a while, highly recommend just throwing them a quick message saying, hey, I missed you. How are things going? Just keep it plain and simple. Customer retention is very, very important, you guys. Okay? That's another thing, you know, and these are simple. These are so simple to do. It doesn't take up too much of your time. Okay? All right. Of course, everybody's getting a post. I predict. Perfect. Everybody is following up. I'm guessing. I'm not assuming, but I'm guessing. Because we should be doing it daily. All right. So, of course, those are essential part of your business. All right. No, don't do that. You need this promotion. Don't do that, girl. Don't do that. All right. So, all right. Next thing is everybody is creating polls, product polls inside of your stories. Are we doing that? Yeah? All right. Awesome. This is why I love having cameras on. Awesome. 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 Okay. All right. We'll work on the poll thing. We'll get it together. Let me go back through. All right, Josh, I'll talk to you later about it. Okay, not every day, every so often. All right, so product polls, I pretty much do one every single day. Something is going to catch their eye. Something's going to grab their attention. And they're going to be like, oh, man, yeah. Like, so don't do the same thing. So if you make your skinny coffee one way this morning, don't do it the same way tomorrow. That was so country. Don't do the same thing tomorrow. And then, you know, the next day, do it differently. Still create those polls, but make sure you're switching up how you're making everything. So maybe just show a boomerang of you pouring it in. And then the next thing you're talking about it. And then you're creating a poll on, let's say, your second slide of you talking about it. Okay. Then the next day, you're doing a boomerang of you using your frother inside of your cup and say, has anybody used a frother before inside their skinny coffee? Put in there skinny coffee. Okay. The next day, okay, don't have to use, I mean, who knows if you have it or not, but ask, do you like salted caramel or do you like mocha dream? Ask them the flavors that they're going to grasp, because that opens up another area of saying, oh my gosh, well, girl, guess what? I have this fat burning coffee and it is called salted caramel. Y'all, girl, you have not tried this yet? Like, you need to hype it up, because they have no idea that you might have a salted caramel and you have this mocha dream. You might always make this mocha dream, but they're like, oh, if I vote on this salted caramel, then guess what? They have no idea that I liked it or whatever. You know what I mean? So you want to give them options, because if you give them options and opinions, then they're most likely going to vote on your poll. I get it all the time. My biggest one is the salted caramel and a mocha dream. I do it constantly. I always get new votes, or I'll get the same votes, and they're like, yeah, I love my salted caramel, because of course I signed them up as a customer. Hey, you know, and then you get the same votes. So I always use that one. It's my go-to. So I recommend it for y'all too. Does that help in the polls with products? Awesome. But try not to do it the same way every single time. And always talk after you do a product boomerang, or if you can do the boomerang, but include music with it. I do that too. Is I'll, like this morning, I did the boomerang, but I did a worship song with it. Okay. All right. So always switch it up. Always switch it up. Don't do it the same way. All right. All right. And then the last thing that I really, yay. I don't know what it is. Like, I got a compliment the other day, and she was like, I love the way you make your coffee. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, because I never make it the same way. So I'm like, oh, like, that's weird. But thank you. Like, because people are watching and I had no idea because it's somebody I never reached out to. So make sure you guys are consistent with your polls inside your stories. People are watching. You might skip over somebody because it does happen. It does happen. But always talk in your videos, in your stories, some way, shape, or form. Okay. And the last thing I want you guys to do is I want you guys to currently drop in the chat. If you have to go onto your phone and look at it or whatever, I want you guys to currently drop in the chat or send it to me privately in the chat. I don't care either way. And tell me how much volume you are currently at for your Ruby promotion. What is your total group volume right now? No, for the whole entire team. So not your personal self, but your whole entire team to get you to that 2,000. Because remember, this is a team. It's no I. Okay? Okay? Yes, girl. Okay? Okay? That's okay. All right. So here's the deal. Anything can happen within 4 days. I'm going to be completely real. Anything can happen in 4 days. You want to know how I know that? I brought in 13,000 volume in 3 days. Anything can happen. And something so simple, whether you're 100, 300, 1,500, or even, I'm talking you're about to go Ruby tonight. Who knows? But here's the deal. Anything can happen. You want to know what you need to do? Do not touch your phone first thing in the morning. Do not. What you need to do first thing in the morning? Prayer. Pray over you, pray over your family, pray over your business. This next thing that you need to do is you need to journal. Do it. If you need a topic, reach out to your upline and say, hey, I'm drawing a blank this morning. I need a journal topic. Because we're going to know that you're real. Journal topics are huge, you guys. I didn't know it whenever I was going Ruby. Nobody mentioned anything like that to me. But it has changed the face of my business. I know Lonnie could say the same thing. I know Kristen could say the same thing. It has changed the face of our business. And if it was something that we would have known when going Ruby, we would have done it a whole lot sooner. Okay? The next thing, and now this is the point where if you have to touch your phone, you have to touch your phone. But self-development. Okay? Self-development. Get a video. And guys, if you guys don't know a motivational video, ask your upline. But my personal, I love Les Brown. I love Eric Thomas. And y'all, I'm going to go for it. I love 50 Cent's motivational videos. Y'all, he hypes me up. He is amazing. So if you guys did not know that, now you do. Spoiler alert. Now you do. He's a motivational speaker. And then if you guys really need a touching story for all my yellows, Lisa Nichols. She's absolutely insanely amazing. Listen to her story. If she can go from having legit negative in her account to becoming a millionaire within, I think it was like, I don't know, it was a few months, because you just kept on putting, money away and money away. But listen to her story. It's very inspirational. Lisa Nichols is amazing. Okay. Those are the top 3 things that I want to say that you need to do to change the face of your business is prayer, journal, and self-development. If you're not doing any 3 of those, you guys need to stop now and drop the mic, because your business ain't going anywhere. So if it's not a video, it's a podcast, or it's a book. I recommend starting with Girl Wash Your Face, Girl Stop Apologizing, You Are a Badass. All 3 of those are my top 3 recommendation books to be able to begin with. And then from there, go on to leadership books, like what we're doing in Diamond and Above. Okay? All right. Awesome. Yes. Awesome. I always listen to, my girls get so frustrated, like, Mom, are we ever going to listen to music? Because I'm always listening to YouTube self-development videos in the car. It comes through my radio. My girls are always, Mom, can we listen to something else? No, not today. All right. So one of my team asked, why do I want to know when she signs someone? Tell her, say, because we need to work together as a team to help you raise your check. Make it about them. Remember that. Make it about them. Say, girl, I'm just trying to help you increase your check. Let's see where you're at. Remember, if you get to that 500 mark, think, because of course, 10% 500, we all know is $50. Get over 500, you're just making more money. But, just say, girl, I want your first check to explode. Let's do this together. Let me help you. Make it about them. Okay. Okay. All right, girl. Bye, Lonnie. Have a good night. Enjoy that workout. All right. So if your team doesn't understand why you're doing what you're doing, that's okay. Just make it about them. All right. Do you guys have any other questions for me? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop the recording.